Hey guys, it's Rollout or Taylor here, and we're back with a video I haven't actually done in a while. That is the weekly recap for all things Division news. So the reason I wasn't able to release one of these last week is there was just too much going on and I didn't have enough time, I didn't have any time off of work to actually sit down, have a look through the news and recap for myself. So less of me yabbering and let's get into the past week's news. So I suppose we just as well start it off with the main and the biggest bit of news. That was a 1.1 update that involved Incursions. Now I'm not going to go over the patch notes and everything because I do have a video on my channel of what that included. There was a major problem with this patch. As soon as players logged in, they could get disconnected and they would lose their character's progress. Another slight little bug that cropped up was the fact that when you did log in, you would notice your Dark Zone level stated either 0 or 1. This wasn't the case. As soon as you do go into the Dark Zone, you'll gladly see that your level is still where you left off with. Now a hotfix did actually roll out last night, but that didn't affect any of the problems I just stated. The hotfix actually covered a couple of problems, one of them being that enemies in challenge mode will now only drop 1 high end instead of 4, and there's a couple of problems with the incursion. So the APC will no longer take damage from players' weapons, and the APC's mortar weapon will now fire correctly. There's also several fixes to improve the server stability. So I'm glad they made this fix as quick, because I did see a lot of Twitch streamers and Reddit people posting because they were defeating the APC a lot quicker than indicated. And obviously it just sort of ruined it a little bit for all the players that were doing it the correct way. So I'm glad they made that fix. It's always good to see them working and acting quickly. Also regarding the character wipe, Ubisoft have tweeted that they are looking into this and they're going to try and resolve it as quickly as they can. Also with the 1.1 update, we got a little teaser into the next incursion that will be coming in the 1.2 update. Now this incursion is going to be called Broken Circle, and the information we're given is you have to go head to head with the Rikers and disable their stolen sound system to secure the Manhattan airspace. You're going to need a minimum recommended gear score of 220 for this, and that is on the difficulty hard. So we don't know anything else apart from that. I literally logged on yesterday, looked on the map, and there it was. Now this is at the very north left hand corner of the map, and it does extend out of the boundaries a bit like the first incursion we have. Now this could mean that we're going to expect a bit of an extension to the map, or it's going to be underground. We'll have to wait and see. It doesn't give us any date, it just says coming soon in a free update. So I'll let you know as soon as I find anything out about this to keep you guys informed as well. I would like to add though that it says obviously about securing the Manhattan airspace. Now this could open up so many possibilities for future expansions during the Division. Now one thing, or one theory I came up with is that as soon as this incursion comes out, once you actually do it, you might be able to unlock a fast travel or a mode of transport back to Brooklyn. Now this would be really interesting because obviously it ties in with everything. You've got the airspace back, you're able to travel then by air, go back to Brooklyn, and maybe they've expanded Brooklyn a little bit more, and there's a few more missions, and you know, they could even add more endgame content over there. This is not like any official news, this is just my opinion, but let me know in the comments on what you'd like to see them add, and maybe bring Brooklyn back to life so we can visit it and do a couple of things over there. I think it'd be really interesting to hear some of your views. Obviously you've just heard mine. A lot of people did ask me for more of my opinions on the Division, so I'm going to be incorporating that a lot more into my videos. But anyway, that's my input. Let's move on to the next story. So it's now just been over a month since the Division launched. We've got some stats to go along with this sort of mini anniversary if you like. Average playtime is split between co-op and solo, so we have 52.8% played co-op and 57.2% played solo. Number of enemies killed is actually 17,258,683,433. The most popular primary weapon is actually the classic AK-47. Slightly surprised with that one. I don't even think I've touched it. The top jacket equipped is the simple cargo jacket. The number of jumping jacks done is roughly 150 million. Civilians helped is about 250 million, and the top shirt equipped is the hoodie. That's quite interesting, as you can see the nice little infographic on your screen there, but some of those stats are slightly obscure. Why would anyone care what the top shirt equipped did, and along with that, why would anyone care what jacket you're wearing? I guess it's a stat to just fill in. I guess it's kind of interesting looking back on it. Now the last little bit of official news I'm going to cover here is obviously we know that we didn't have any dailies for the past couple of days before this update came out. Now Hamish Build on Twitch in the State of the Game stream actually stated that we will be compensated for this, whether that's Phoenix credits or some other cool stuff. We don't actually know too much about it, but what we do know is we're being compensated, which is really cool, and it's nice of them to do that. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for this episode of the News Weekly Recap. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to click that like button, and if you're new around here and want to stay up to date with all things The Division, then make sure to hit that subscribe button also. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Back to